let me set the scene for you. It was a dark and stormy night in 2020, or perhaps 2021, maybe even 2022. Honestly, I can't even remember. It probably wasn't even a dark and stormy night. And a certain artist was getting back into art after a brief hiatus of a couple of months. This artist decided that after years of traditional art, they finally wanted to invest in an iPad. Little did they know that this action would have grave consequences. Those consequences were the fact that I had not picked up a pen or a pencil in about 5 or 6 years in order to actually draw something. I have only been drawing things in Procreate and Clip Studio Paint for the past 5 or 6 years. And so I don't think I know how to draw anymore. And I mean, I know how to draw digitally. I've been drawing digitally for like 5 or 6 years. I genuinely cannot remember when I bought my first iPad in order to do art. So we're kind of guessing here, but I do think that it has been at least 5 years since I've picked up a pen or a pencil in order to do literally any art at all. And because of this, when I tried picking up a pen just the other day in order to do some fan art of Raphael from Love and Deep Space, which I don't know if you can tell, but I really like Raphael from Love and Deep Space. And I've drawn him my fair share of times. So I figured, why don't I draw Raphael, since I am very familiar with his face and the way that I draw him. Yeah, let's just say that will never see the light of day. In fact, that has been relegated. Is that the word I'm looking for? It's the word I'm going with. That has been relegated to my junk journal. It will stay in my junk journal until the end of time, okay? Because it came out rather rough, all right? In fact, I was struggling the whole way through drawing for the first time, traditionally. And that's when I realized I should probably do more of this because I don't think I know how to draw anymore. And guess what I personally have as someone who's been drawing for 20 years, and most of that was spent drawing traditionally. I have too many art supplies. That was the most dramatic thing I've ever done, and I don't really think that it was necessary. It's fine. Yeah, you see, I have not one, not two, but 3 things of markers. Let me put that all back real fast. God, that's gonna be hell to edit later. That is loud as fuck. I have this entire bag, which doesn't feel like a lot or look like a lot, but it's actually pretty heavy. Like it's kind of hefty, all right? It's like filled to the brim with watercolors and wash tubes. I have that. I have an entire drawer down below filled with acrylic paint. Not only that, but I have about enough colored pencils to stock a kindergarten classroom for at least a good semester. And that's not even getting into the types of air dry clay and polymer clay and embroidery stuff that I also have, because I don't know how to do one thing. I want to do them all. I have too many interests and hobbies, and God, one day I will learn to settle down with just one of the things, but that is not going to be today. You want to know why, folks? Because I did, in fact, buy a mixed media sketchbook. Because my goal, and I'm so sorry, this is the most awkward and uncomfortable video you probably have ever watched in your entire life. But if you like this vibe, you should come by my Twitch channel. Obligatory self-promo. Anyways, this part of the video is sponsored by my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/graymiles. So if you want to come hang out and be awkward with us in person, and also feral, perhaps it is 18 plus, so please keep that in mind. Then I stream every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, co-working in arts and crafting. Typically we wrap up with gaming, and every Saturday we are currently playing Dragon Age. Right now we're on Dragon Age Inquisition, and it's really, really fun. Anyways, folks. Okay. Has this been up here the whole time? Okay. So I've decided this year that one of my goals is to actually finish a sketchbook entirely. This sketchbook will be like my sketchbooks of yore. aka the sketchbooks that I actually used to complete and finish and draw like fully illustrated things in it, because that was the only thing that I had. I didn't have access to a tablet and I couldn't do digital art at the time. So this will be that. How many times do I'm going to drop this one of these days? This is going to go through hell and back this year. I guarantee it. Anyways, I did buy a mixed media sketchbook because I have a lot of medias that I want to mix inside this sketchbook. And of course, the first page that I did with it, or that I have in here, is going to be christened with the one and only man who is holding my microphone, Raphael. He is, in fact, my fictional male wife, and I love him so much. So that's where was I going with this video? What was I doing? Where was I going with life in general, actually? Right. Tangible sketchbooks. Physical sketchbooks. I'm gonna stop doing that now. And that's actually a lie, because I will probably continue doing it. Essentially, I realized I have mountains of sketchbooks that I used to actually put full illustrations in, and I actually used to put time and effort into, and it was really nice to have a tangible form and proof of my art aside from any prints that I have ever made. If I just don't make prints of my digital artwork, then aside from being digital, like on social media or in my library, there is no proof that I have ever made art at all. Like, I don't know about y'all, any other digital artists who may be watching this, but I kind of don't like the idea of my art only being digital. I kind of don't like the idea of the only proof that I was an artist being in something that might not exist forever. And while there's no guarantee my sketchbooks will exist forever, because at the end of the day, they're literally just paper bound in book, I actually don't know what the covers are made out of now that I think about it. At the end of the day, they're just paper. They're probably not going to last a lifetime, but I have carried these sketchbooks with me since childhood. Like, some of the very first art that I have ever made, I still have. And there's something kind of really special about that, being able to flip through these sketchbooks that I've had when I was 12 or 14 or 16 and be able to see what the influences in my art were at the time, what kind of things I was drawing, what I was doing at the time, because oftentimes I'm drawing things that are a representation of my current reality. And I kind of miss having that as something I can do. These past 5 years, the only thing I have to look back on are digital files, and some of them don't exist anymore. Some of them, I don't know where I uploaded them. I don't know where I backed them up. I don't know where I saved them. And that's the thing about the digital universe, is if we don't back things up in multiple places, they're gone. I'm looking forward to filling out this sketchbook this year. It is going to be one of my goals, is to fully fill this sketchbook. And it's not that big of a sketchbook, actually. It feels entirely doable to fill this out completely. And maybe, if we're lucky, I'll even do some cover art, because I think that would be really fun. I used to cover my sketchbooks in stickers, but this time I think I want to make the entire thing a piece of art. I think that is going to be a very fun adventure for me this year, and a very fun challenge for me as an artist. And if you are also an artist who is primarily digital or fully digital like myself, I think maybe this would be a fun thing we could all do together. And if you would like to follow along with me doing this, feel free to like, subscribe, follow the channel, maybe follow my Twitch. Anyways, I don't know how to end a video on YouTube, because I don't know if you know this, but I don't know what I'm doing, and I never really have. So I guess I'll see you next time.